Yummy. Now I'm ready for some sweetness after all the savory delights. Now you can find a type of fried dough in nearly every cuisine, and one of our favorites is the Spanish churro. They're crispy on the outside, soft and tender on the inside, and is best served with Clover Bliss chocolate medium cream dairy dessert. Now, Chef Imtiaz, I'm looking forward to this one. What do we need?
This is one of my favorites, actually. Who doesn't love a good pastry?
Yeah.
And anything that comes from Spain just sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, tapas, churros.
Good to know.
So to make a choux pastry, you're basically going to make this kind of dough on direct heat or over direct heat.
Yeah, sure.
So this is over medium heat. You're first going to add your butter, salt and sugar, and water, and then we just want that to reach a point where it's melted and liquid form. Okay. You can do that over medium to medium-high heat. And then while that is melting...
Okay. And this is something you mentioned, right? You talked about how you remember back in the day you and Goko would make eclairs. So I'm guessing this is a recipe you can do straight out of the head out of your head, right? You don't even need to.
Yeah, I think if you follow my social media, people are probably bored of seeing another choux pastry. Iconic, groundbreaking.
Game-changing, elevating. So this is something that you always just do.
I just love this because it's so quick. Like once you get past the whole initial scare of choux pastry, you can actually move forward with actually enjoying the pastry.
Look, we do love a good churro here on Afternoon Express. I just love to see the different ways chefs and foodies kind of put it together in our kitchen. So here we're finding out how you and Ukoko used to make it back in the day. You're already starting to incorporate those flavors over the pan. Is it heating up?
Yeah, so it's heating up right now. You normally would only add flour to normal choux pastries, but since I love me some chocolate, we're gonna add some cocoa. So people are used to seeing normal choux pastries in the blonde form. I love chocolate everything.
You love a good brunette. So over here in the kitchen, I can see you now, you've omitted the normal flour that you normally use and you've used some cocoa instead. I love that. I think that that's a fresh way of looking at a churro. And on your side, Dumi?
Well, Palisa, I'm waiting for him to compile this because all I'm going to be doing is using the other style because we're talking all eggs, right? A choux pastry is not really complete without eggs in my thinking. So what we're going to do is we need to get that mixture to be completely together. It's going to toughen up now because obviously it doesn't have the eggs in it.
Yes.
So all you want is you want to make sure it's fully incorporated, and then when we add the eggs, we add them one at a time. It is something that's very important that you need to note because whenever you're making churros, if you add too much of the eggs, it becomes a liquid. And I remember when I would be shouted at by my chef, executive chef, when I first started, because this is one of the first things I learned to do. If the batter was too runny, the whole kitchen would know. And you were shucking oysters the following day, you were cleaning langoustines the following day, you were cleaning the oven vents because of choux pastry. So as much as I love and appreciate this pastry right here, I visit it every once in a while because it kind of gives me bad memories.
Yeah, it can show you flames.
It can show you flames. So the important thing is when you're doing the dough and you're doing it over direct heat, you want to sort of get it into a ball or together, but you also don't want to burn it. So there's this fine line between just judging from it, and because it's chocolate, you don't get to see that burn. So you just have to really judge by time.
Perfect.
And I think I'm happy with that.
I think I'm happy with that too. So what we then do now, Palisa, it's a two-man job, which I should have learned when I first started doing this in chef school or in the restaurant. Because you need to still keep mixing, I'm going to keep adding the eggs. What you want to also do is, because the mixture is still hot, some people say cool it down. That's a cool idea if you've got time. But if you want to be like some of us who want to show off skills, you'll be like, okay, make a little space in the center and just add the egg and immediately get mixing. Otherwise, it cooks the egg.
Okay, and you do not want that egg to cook.
Yeah, you don't want that egg to cook.
You do not.
So let me just come closer because it'll coagulate.
Yes, coagulate.
Hey, chef, you're coagulating.
That is a chef term.
Dumi is now putting it in the center of that well, whilst Imtiaz continues just to stir almost immediately.
Correct. So all we're doing now is we're making sure that that batter, and in fact, he's working his elbows there. So what I'm going to do is, Palisa, I've got some that you'd make because we need to work it every single egg before you go in. So while he's doing that, I'm going to put in some of the batter that we made a little earlier, and then we're going to show you exactly how we get from that mixture that Imtiaz is making over there to the churros.
So essentially, let's just pause right there, Dumi. I want to see that texture, that velvety texture. As soon as Imtiaz has whipped it through completely, that's the texture. That's the texture you're looking at.
You're looking for a nice thick paste, but something that still holds together because it's going to have to cook and fry in the oil that we're doing now. So we've got it all ready. all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be putting it while you're working your elbows there. I'm gonna start making the churros. And as I've told before, when you're making churros, it is always best to make sure you've got your scissor in hand. And then as it goes in, you cut. I put my scissor in the oil as well. And then you cut as it goes in. As soon as, how you know your churros are cooked is that they deep fry and they come up to the top.
They will rise.
They will rise to the top, Balisa. And on your side, you've got the Clover Bliss, of course, which is a decadent medium cream dessert, which works perfectly.
I mean, this South Africa is the perfect topping for an indulgent dessert with its rich and creamy taste, and it pairs perfectly with our chocolate churros. So, Dumi, I'm going to hand this over to you because another thing that I do love about this recipe is that it's quick and easy to prepare for when you're seeking something decadent, something indulgent, without breaking a sweat, and if you don't have that much time. But you also did say on my side, this is just something for the top of the churro, ne?
Correct.
Yeah, just the top. So churros are generally served with a mixture of cinnamon and sugar, so it has that delicious sweetness that you get afterwards.
So this is the sugar going in.
That is the sugar and cinnamon, but we want indulgent. We want more, and that's why we're having it with Clover Bliss chocolate.
Clover Bliss medium cream dairy dessert. I love that. This is coming together really, really nicely and promises to give us what we want, especially after everything that we've created today.
Exactly. I love a good indulgence.
And then to finish it off, we've got our medium cream dessert that goes in there. You can dunk it, you can let them swim in there. It's completely up to you how you want it. And then obviously the ones that we're making now, we're going to roll in some cinnamon sugar as well, and then just plop the medium cream dessert on top. And that's basically it, Balisa. It's cooked, it's divine, it's tasty, crispy, and soft on the inside.
Yeah, you want to make sure that the oil is very hot when you're doing this, though, because when you throw it into cold oil, it's going to take longer to cook. And if it's too hot, it will also cook too fast, and the insides will not be done properly.
So essentially, this is what it's all about. Sometimes I thought that sometimes you drizzle that sugar and cinnamon mixture, but no, you actually are going to be rolling the cooked out, the fried through churros within it to make sure that it has a healthy coat.
Correct, Balisa. And the whole idea is also to try and get them in. As you can see, we're getting them in as soon as they come out of there. Drain the oil, but then get them in there and roll them in immediately, because then that also helps for the cinnamon sugar to hold onto the churro that we're
And for the churro to also retain those flavors.
Correct.
Okay. Well, it seems as if we're locked and loaded, ready to go. Our dining room table is definitely about to be a feast. Talk about a party. To get this recipe, just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.
Made with love by Clover.
Chef, those churros look absolutely delicious, locked, loaded, ready for that indulgence to enjoy. But are you ready to also take off your chef's apron?
I'm recently started enjoying having it on.
Well, let me tell you why. It's been an extraordinary time cooking alongside our charismatic chef Imtiaz Hart today. And coming up, we're going to be getting to know him a little better.